Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law Number 2. We have 3 dockets this morning. And when we call your name, please come before the bench with your attorney. First case is cause number M333686. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Victoria. Laura Smith, is she here? Okay. Yeah. Ms. Smith, your full name is Victoria Laura Smith. How are you doing, Ms. Smith? That's good. Ms. Smith, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney John Macy. Attorney Macy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor. Thanks for asking.
Yes, you're welcome. And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Huber. Attorney Huber, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, and yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Huber, what's your announcement in this case?
State's ready.
Okay.
Any acceptance of
Okay, Mr. Macy, what is your announcement?
we're ready, Judge.
Okay. Okay, we'll give you a trial order. We'll be picking a jury at 1:30 this afternoon. Okay, just have a seat. Next case is on our announcement docket. In that case is cause number 24CCCR 0312. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Stephen Jones.
Not sure.
Oh. Okay, he's,
No, I did not.
oh, he's in custody.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna check.
Oh, that's not done.
Okay, well, we'll call you, just have a seat.
Seven.
Okay.
You wanna go next door to see what status is?
Me? Reported these.
More than likely CDC.
Next case is cause number 23CCCR 0278. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Amber Grace Larson Garcia. Mr. Bro.
That case is gonna be dismissed, y'all.
Oh, okay. Y'all can just have a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M333712. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Margarita Loza. Ms. Loza is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Loza, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Loza?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Loza. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Thomas Kelly. Attorney Kelly, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Kelly, what is your announcement in Ms. Loza's case?
Your Honor, would you leave us on this docket, please, for a regular reset? I'd like to continue trying to work out a resolution. Short of counsel trial.
Okay, well, this case is 522 days old. Let's see. This is on the announcement docket, Loza.
If we need to be moved to a pretrial conference docket, I understand, Judge.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So I think you've been on this since January 23. So we move it to the pretrial. Okay. And we reset June 24, 2024. Ms. Loza, you need to be here in court in person on that date, June 24th of 2024. Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. Next case is cause number 24CCCR 0520. Case is styled State of Texas versus Edwin Arturo Cerna. Mr. Cerna, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Cerna?
Great, sir. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Cerna, you're representing your case by your attorney, Thomas Kelly. Attorney Kelly, what is your announcement in Mr. Cerna's case?
Your Honor, this is our first appearance together. I've got some discovery to complete, and I do believe we're going to be making an effort at pretrial diversion.
Okay. Let's see. So you're gonna apply for pretrial diversion?
Yes, Judge.
Let's see, when is the next court date? Is it in June? I think the next one is in June, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's every other month. I know it's every other month.
Right.
Did they have one, did they have one, this month or last month? Do you know?
Judge, I can't.
Okay,
I think it's this month.
it may. Give us a reset. He's thinking he's gonna apply for pretrial diversion. I'm thinking pretrial diversion is next month. So, he's probably not going to get into that one. So we gotta go 2 months after that, because it's every other month. It's August. Yeah, second week in August.
It'll be, August 12th.
Okay, be reset August 12th, 2024. Pretrial diversion. In this case, is relatively new. It's just 80 days
Yes,
old.
it is.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Cerny, your attorney's gonna get you reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And he has 2 cases.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
That door is locked, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I thought you.
I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah, I thought you.
Okay, Mr. Jones. Stephen Jones, he's in custody.
He's in custody. He has 4 felonies in Judge Stevens' court. He is telling his lawyer that's appointed to represent him that he's gonna hire a lawyer. They're not getting along. He's indicated who the hiring lawyer is, but I don't think the hiring lawyer's gotten any money yet. So I don't think anything's gonna happen
So
today.
you think it's gonna be reset?
I believe so, yes.
So if the case is reset, you want this case reset with that felony?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We don't have a reset date, so we can't give you a reset right now. So we just have to wait, see if they put one in there today, or if they put it in at a later date, we'll send you your reset. Okay, and so you have another case, you have Tanisha Leedy.
She hasn't announced to me.
Yeah, she's not here yet. It's still, it's just 9:38. Okay,
It should.
we could wait a little bit longer. Maybe to 10, if she doesn't show up, then we'll
Okay.
proceed with the bond forfeiture.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Brown goods instead.
Your full name is Jorge Gonzalez?
Yeah.
And Mr. Gonzalez, you are represented in your case by your attorney, Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank is not here, and I guess the reason why he's not here is because the state filed a motion for continuance saying that the officer in this case was not available for trial, they're in training, and your attorney was not opposed. Your attorney was not against them continuing the case. Okay, so you'll be given another court date. Our court coordinator will give you that court date. Once you get the court date from the court coordinator, you'll be free to go stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. All right, I'm just gonna stay on the trial docket. Thank you. Just, you wanted to have a seat?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, just, you can stand right there. Next case is cause number M331406. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Stephen Anthony Sampson Jr. Mr. Sampson? I thought Sampson is not here? Okay. Next case is cause number M327496. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Christopher Lewis Dollins. Mr. Dollins, your full name is Christopher Lewis Dollins. How you doing, Mr. Dollins? I'm doing fine, Mr. Dollins. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Dustin Galmore. And Mr. Galmore is not here because the state filed a motion for continuance, saying that the witness in this case was sick. They're not able to be here. I can't go into the details of the sickness, but it's in the motion. And your attorney was not against the state continuing this case. He was not opposed. Okay, so your case is going to be reset. And our court coordinator will give you your reset date. Once you get your reset date, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
This one is old one. I'm gonna have to need a prosecutor. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session with 2 cases. Those cases are cause number M329816 and cause number M329814. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Dario Santiangelo Hardaway. Mr. Hardaway, is that your full name? Mr. Hardaway, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hardaway, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Hardaway, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Hardaway? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Hardaway, you represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Bruce Smith. Attorney Smith, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
That's good. That's good. And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Erica Porter. Attorney Porter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Smith, do you waive a record
We do.
in Mr. Hardaway's case? Mr. Hardaway, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled information in cause number M329816. This information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office alleges that you, Dario Santiangelo Hardaway, on or about August 29, 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed a Class A misdemeanor offense possession of dangerous drugs. Mr. Hardaway, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Hardaway, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contingere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. You understand that statement? Second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document on paper that's titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Mr. Hardaway, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes,
Mr. Hardaway, are you a citizen of the United States?
yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Judge.
Any- Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Smith, you've advised and counseled Mr. Hardaway. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Mr. Hardaway, your attorney, Mr. Smith, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hardaway, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We did.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of no contest, the state was given an offer to Mr. Smith by Lamar, a former ADA, and I have decided to go ahead and implement that offer. It is for 5 days in Jefferson County Jail and dismissal M329814, unlawfully carrying a weapon with forfeiture. And
And
giving
he-
him credit for 5 days, so we're gonna tax and retire for costs.
Mr. Hardaway, the state is offering that you serve 5 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail in this case because you've already served 5 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you have already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. The state will also be dismissing the companion case, cause number 23814, for forfeiture of the weapon in that case. And I have before me a motion to forfeit the weapon. Mr. Hardaway, I have a motion before me that's titled Motion to Forfeit the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department in cause number M329814. Do you recognize this motion?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line as titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Hardaway, before you signed and initialed this document, Did your attorney go over this document with you? And did you read and understand everything in this document? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay. And you want the court to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department? Okay. Court is granting the motion to forfeit the weapon in this case, cause number M329-814 to the Beaumont Police Department. Okay, now, Mr. Hardaway, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hardaway, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Hardaway, you can stand in front of our court coordinator, follow her directions. Once you're finished following her directions, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And you also have to follow the directions of our bailiff. Okay, please stand over here. And Mr. Smith.
Well, you have to, he's getting credit for 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days credit and tax and retired court costs.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, if Mr. Grove, if you need a copy of the dismissal, we have it here.
Thank you, Judge.
He can get his dismissal. Do we have a Hardaway's dismissal? Here it is. Mr. Smith, you like to get a copy of Mr. Hardaway's dismissal?
Yes, sir.
See ya. Thank you.
There's another dismissal that he's gonna get. That Mr. Hardaway's gonna get. In 1, 2, 3 cases. Cases are styled the state of Texas versus Charles Jerry Kramer. Mr. Kramer, would you please come forward? And the cases are cause numbers 23 CCCR 1966, cause number 23 CCCR 1967, cause number 23 CCCR. Oh, cause number M333072. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, Mr. Kramer. Your cases are set on the trial docket. State, what is your announcement?
The state is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Kramer?
I filed 3 different motions last week, one to compel discovery, and then,
You never got discovered?
well, I was able to view it, but I can't actually prepare it unless I have a copy
He
of it.
wants physical copies.
Okay. think it's Article 3914,
D.
Texas,
Mhm.
of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure.
Section D.
No.
They're not allowed to give you physical copies, you can have access. You can, you're representing yourself.
Yes, sir. Ms. Porter explained that to me earlier, and, but I told her that I couldn't afford an attorney, and she said that if I requested a court-appointed attorney, then they could get.
If you
Copies.
qualify.
They can get, but they can't give it to you.
Well, I understand.
Okay, they'll just have access. They can give you access, just like the district attorney's office can do, give you access.
But they'd be able to use it in court. Like if they had access to show the video, like if there's.
Videos could be, if you're representing yourself, you can, if it's in their possession, it can be showed in court.
But
You don't have to have it in your possession in order for it to come into evidence if that's what you're thinking. They have it in their possession.
because it's a long video, and I wouldn't want to be scrolling through it, trying to figure out what the sections that they need to see so that it's not taken out of context. That's,
Well, I mean, there's something called a rule of optional completeness. And so it all comes in. Okay? So you can't just pick and choose. I want this to come in and leave that out. I want this to come in and leave that out. It all comes in.
Oh.
Okay. We have, so what do you want to do? I mean, are you ready for trial, or you announcing not ready?
I'm not prepared today. I'd like to try and get a court-appointed attorney.
Okay. Did he fill out an affidavit of indigence? He has to fill out an affidavit.
Mhm.
I don't know if he did that last time or not. Let me look at the,
I think he did.
well, hold on, let me see. Let me get your file.
On the motion to dismiss that I filed on the other two charges, I found where the state lied on their sworn affidavit about the dates of the incident, to where it shows me being the owner of the dog.
Okay, let's do this here. Your case is not. Okay. If you want to try your case, you can try your case. And what I mean by that is you have an opportunity to present your evidence to either, if you have a jury trial, to the jury, or you present the evidence during your trial before a judge if it's just a bench trial. We're not at that stage yet. I asked you if you're ready for trial. You said you was not ready. So you have a right against self-incrimination. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to have an attorney. You said you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney, and that's what we're doing right now.
Yep.
So cases don't get tried just by telling the judge what you think the state did or did not do. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so you'll have your opportunity to present your case in trial. Okay, but first we need to see, we're going to get you a financial, it's called the Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. And that's the document that you would have to fill out to see whether or not the proper person can determine that you qualify for a court-appointed attorney.
Good.
Okay, and so the bailiff has that, you have that document? Okay.
And just so the state is clear, I've been also informed the defendant that he filed motions, but they have to be set for a hearing. So he thought he could just hear them today. So he.
No, he's had a hearing before on some previous motions. I'm sure he knows what the rules are. You have to get a setting so that if it's a pre-trial motion, now there are some motions that can be heard during trial. They're not before trial. They're not considered pre-trial motions. Okay?
The ones that I filed, I guess it's pre-trial motions. But I
What?
filed them last week.
Yeah, but you still have to get a hearing date.
Yeah.
You don't just file them and then when you come to court, they'll be heard. You have to get a hearing date. We have like schedules.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. You probably need to give him a judge's explanation as well, because he's going to be changing his his choice. So I think, his first choice was to represent himself, and now he's changing that, right? You're requesting a court-appointed attorney.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can, you can go back and have a seat, and then you can fill that out, and then when you finish, we're gonna call you back up.
Okay.
Okay,
Your Honor, I don't have a client answer, so I don't know if I need to stay or not.
oh, okay. I think we had Mr. Jeffries that was here before you. Okay, hold on, Mr. Jeffries. Jeffries. Like, you have an announcement, doc. Oh, your guy's in jail?
Correct. He's in custody and he's open drug court.
Okay. If it's played today, we may be able to bring him over. If it's not, if it's reset for something else, we want us to reset it on that day. That's right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. But we'll, I guess, stay in touch with you to let you know, or you could let, whether or not this case is disposed of today in the drug court.
I'll go and investigate that.
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, so we got Mr. Alan Parker.
We did.
She's not here. I don't see, is she here?
No,
Shaquita Victoria Parker. Victoria Hill. Shaquita Victoria Hill. Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is in session in 2 cases, cause numbers M326078, cause number M328300. Both cases are styled in the state of Texas versus Shaquita Victoria Hill. Ms. Hill was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's announcement docket. At about 9 a.m., the court's barely called the name of Shaquita Victoria Hill at the courthouse door. Shaquita Victoria Hill did not answer. She has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. Her attorney, Mr. Alan Parker, is present in court. Ms. Bailey, could you please call the name of Shaquita Hill at the courthouse door?
Your Honor, last time I talked to her, she was gonna come sign a motion for me to withdraw, but I haven't heard from her in quite some time.
Okay. Oh, these are some old cases too. What if she has some? Okay. Shaquita Hill, name was just called again at the courthouse door. Shaquita Hill did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Hill an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
State moves for bond forfeiture.
Those motions will be granted in each case. Shaquita Hill bond will be forfeited in warrant for her arrest and cause numbers M326078 and cause number M328300. Mr. Parker, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Doyle? This is, okay, Tanisha Liddy, cause number 23CCCR 1396. Case is style of state of Texas versus Tanisha Liddy. Ms. Liddy was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Tanisha Liddy at the courthouse door. Tanisha Liddy did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Liddy an opportunity to appear in court. The time now is 10:07 a.m. on today's date of May 13th of 2024. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Tanisha Liddy at the courthouse door?
Yes. Tanisha Liddy. Tanisha Liddy. No response.
Tanisha Liddy did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Liddy an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. Motion for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Tanisha Liddy's bond will be forfeited and warrant shall be issued for arrest. And cause number 23 CCCR 1396. And Ms. Liddy Attorney, Mr. Peter Dahl is present in court. Mr. Dahl, you're free to go
Thank
and you
you.
have a blessed day.
One thing,
Oh.
Ms. Lee does have one other case that wasn't on the docket.
Oh, she does?
23 CCCR 139.
Is it a new case? Would it wasn't set today, so. Oh, she has a warrant in that case? She may have a warrant in that new case.
That she's ever, or she's presence.
You say she hadn't,
Yeah.
she's been to court before, because that's how she got appointed to you.
Yes, she has a warrant. Okay.
She's the warrant in that, okay. All right, you free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cause numbers 23 CCCR 0455, cause number M330816, both cases of style State of Texas versus Kayla Villagomez.
Your Honor, we're working on those.
Oh, y'all working on those? Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in two cases, clause numbers 23 CCCR 0455 and clause number M330816. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Keller Villa Gomez. Ms. Villa Gomez, is that your full name? Ms. Gomez, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Villa Gomez, you're representing your case by your attorney Nathan Reynolds. Attorney Reynolds, how are you doing?
No, well, Judge, thank you.
That's good. The state is represented in this case by attorney Haley Simmons. And Ms. Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm great, Josh, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Simmons, I have before me motions to dismiss in each one of these cases. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And I'm signing these motions, Ms. Villa Gomez. And once these motions are signed and filed, you'll be able to get a copy in a few minutes. The attorney will be given a copy of these motions to dismiss.
No, it's raining.
Oh. And Ms. Villa Gomez, I just signed those motions to dismiss. Your attorney will be given copies of the motion. Once you get a copy of the motion to dismiss, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Reynolds, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day. Was this the last one?
Yeah, that's the only one. I don't think I even have it yet.
Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. Next case is cause number 24 CCCR 0542. Case is South State of Texas versus James Paul Griffin Richard. Mr. Griffin Richard, your full name is James Paul Griffin Richard.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Griffin Richard?
Good.
That's good. Mr. Griffin Richard, you're representing your case by your attorney Dustin Galmore. Again, Mr. Galmore, how you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Griffin Richard's case?
Your Honor, we're conducting discovery. We've not received videos yet. We'd ask for another announcement.
Okay, this is a new case. It's probably your first appearance.
It is.
Give us a reset date.
July 22nd.
July 22nd of 2024. Your case will be reset to that day. Mr. Griffin Richard, the attorney's going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. And let's see, Galmore. What about Stephen Sampson?
I'm going to try one more time, Judge. I don't have an answer back in yet.
Okay. Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 0424. Case is style of state of Texas versus Zachary LaPointe. Mr. LaPointe, would you please come forward? Oh, good morning. Mr. LaPointe, your full name is Zachary LaPointe.
Yes,
How are you doing, Mr. LaPointe?
doing fine, but still.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. LaPointe. You're representing your case by your attorney Laura Perazzo. Ms. Perazzo, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. Ms. Perazzo, what's your announcement in Mr. LaPointe's case?
Your Honor, if we could hold on our announcement for just a minute, we may be able to do both of this today. I
Okay.
just need to visit with,
Mr. LaPointe, okay,
Yeah,
that's fine. Well, I'll hold.
thank you.
Okay, you could have a seat. Oh. Miss, oh, where's she at? Kramer? Where's the bailiff? Sir, you sick? Oh, okay, this is the same gentleman that here. You right, Kimberly, is your attorney? He did that last time. Check on Rife. That's Rife. Well, he's in court. If he's in court, we can. Mr. I was looking at your, hold on a minute, let me do this. Okay, this is cause number M 331-406. Case to style of State of Texas versus Stephen Anthony Sampson Jr. And Mr. Galmore, you said you have an announcement?
Yes, Judge, I got in touch with Mr. Sampson. I think there was some confusion with my office. My office told Mr. Sampson.
I was gonna tell him he can appear on Zoom.
Okay, well then I can get him on Zoom.
Yeah,
He
just-
told me not to appear, and that's why he's not
Okay,
here.
yeah, okay.
Let me get him
understand.
on real quick.
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number M 331-406, case of style of State of Texas versus Stephen Anthony Sampson Jr. Mr. Sampson is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Sampson, you can take your mic off of mute. I got one. Let's see here. Okay, Mr. Sampson, how are you
Yes.
doing?
Very well. How are you doing, Young?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Sampson, you represented your case by your attorney Dusty Galmore, and the state is represented by attorney Erica Porter. Ms. Porter filed a motion for continuance in this case. And Mr. Galmore, on the docket sheet, it says that it's state's second motion for continuance. I guess the expert witness, the lab
Correct.
technician is in training. State, you have any, Mr. Galmore, you have any objections?
Judge, it looks like we may be able to work this case out. So what we'd ask the court to do is grant a continuance, set it for 2 weeks for review, and we may be able to resolve it before then.
Okay, give us a two-week reset.
May 27th,
That's fine.
That's fine.
are you going to do June 3rd?
That makes more sense.
Maybe 22 weeks. Yeah. Okay, this case is reset to May. Well, first of all, the state's motion for continuance is granted, and this case will be reset for 2 weeks.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. You're welcome. Mr. Sampson, your attorney and your bondsman will get the reset once you get. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too, Young. Thank you.
Okay. And okay, what's that court date?
It's gonna be June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Yeah,
I thought you
The
said,
27th is,
oh,
um,
okay, reset to June 3rd, 2024. And you need to be here in person on that day. Okay, Mr. Sampson, you need to be here in person. All right, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Jefferson County Court Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in 3 cases. They are cause numbers 23 CCCR 1966, cause number 23 CCCR 1967, and cause number M333072. All 3 cases are style of state of Texas versus Charles Jason Kramer. Mr. Kramer, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kramer, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Kramer, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kramer, you may put your hand down. Mr. Kramer, how are you doing?
All right, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Kramer, I have before me 2 documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line as titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
I see an X on it. Miss Mosby.
Yes, sir.
He had an X on the line where he wanna apply, he need to put his initials there. Okay, thank you. Mr. Kramer, on the line on the line that states you would like to apply for court appointed attorney, there's a set of initials here. Are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
Also, I have another document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defender Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Kramer, before you signed and initial these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Kramer, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of court-appointed attorney. The attorney that's appointed to represent you is Attorney Ryan Matuska. Attorney Matuska will be given information to contact you. There you go. There he is, right there. Okay, okay, Mr. Matuska, would you come forward? I just appointed you to represent Mr. Charles Kramer.
Sure.
And Mr. Kramer, this is your attorney, Mr. Ryan Matuska. He's been appointed to represent you. We're also going to give you some information regarding his contact information. If he has time, he'll be able to talk to you today. If not, you can, when you contact me, you have that information on the reset that the court coordinator is going to give to Mr. Matuska and give to you. Okay? Stand in front of our court coordinator on the forehand. All right? And you have a blessed day.
Yes, we'll see which one I prefer to be, probably not me.
Wait.
That's a lot. I have to get the reappointment on you.
trying to get
Mr. Lapointe, your full name is Zachary Lapointe. How you doing, Mr. Lapointe? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Lapointe. You're represented by your attorney, Laura Perazzo. Ms. Perazzo, okay, what is your announcement, Mr. Lapointe?
So, Your Honor, we have received an offer in this case. We would like to have the case placed on the trial docket at this time.
Give us a trial date.
Yeah. June 24th.
Okay, this case will be reset for trial on June 24th, 2024. Mr. Lapointe, the attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you need to be here in person to get on that trial date. Now, what about Paulette Haywood?
I don't think she ever showed up.
Okay. This is cause number 23CCCR 0016, case of South State of Texas versus Paulette Renee Hayward. Paulette Renee Hayward was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. For the court's announcement docket, at or about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Paulette Hayward at the courthouse door. Paulette Hayward did not appear. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Hayward an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, let's see, the time now is 11 a.m. p.m. Well, 11 a.m. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Paulette Hayward at the courthouse door?
No response, Ron?
Paulette Haywood's name was just calling in at the courthouse door. Paulette Haywood did not answer. Reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Haywood an opportunity to appear in court. State, do you have a motion?
Stevens responsible, Overture.
That motion will be granted. Paulette Haywood's bond will be forfeited and warrant should be issued for arrest. And cause number 23 CCCR 0016. Do a bench trial. Della Fuente on page 2 of the trial docket.
It's Aaron Cotton isn't, you can see,
Oh, he's in TDC?
he was sentenced last year.
What?
Where you might, they don't, they could, got 35 years. Oh,
Wow, what did we,
I don't know.
that's on,
Yeah,
ooh,
that was the.
Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M 328-797. Case is style of state of Texas versus Stephen B. Como. Mr. Como, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Como, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Como, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Como, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Como, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Matuska. Attorney Matuska, I have before me a document that is titled Waiver of Trial. And Mr. Como, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, before you sign this document, did your attorney go over this document with you? And did you read and understand everything in this document? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, so waiving the right to trial. Now, state, are you ready?
State's ready.
Defense, are you ready?
Ready, Your Honor.
State, would you please read the information in this case?
In the name and by authority of the state of Texas, comes down the undersigned assistant criminal district attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents and into the county court of law of Jefferson County, Texas, and in Jefferson County, Texas, Stephen B. Como. Hereinafter yourself the defendant, heretofore on or about December 6, 2020, did then and there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to another, namely Cecilia Hamilton. Hereinafter stop the complainant by punching complainant in the face, and at the time of said assault, complainant was a person with whom the defendant had a dating relationship against the peace and dignity of the state, signed the Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas.
Okay, Mr. Como, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Plead not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, State, would you like to make an opening statement?
We're gonna wait open.
Defense?
Wait,
State, you may call your first witness,
State calls Cecilia Hamilton.
Cecilia Hamilton. State, you can call your next witness.
The state has no other witnesses to call.
Like to make a statement?
We would, yeah. The state has made contact with Ms. Hamilton. She made a statement that she does not wish to see the defendant face prosecution. She also says that the defendant has made a 180 and they are co-parenting well, and she's not going to assist in the prosecution.
Mr. Matuska, do you have a motion?
yes, Your Honor. At this time, we make a motion for a directed verdict of not guilty.
Okay, that motion will be granted. Mr. Como, you've been acquitted of these charges. In a few minutes, your attorney will be given a copy of the judgment acquitting you of these charges. Once you get a copy of the judgment, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
All right.
And Mr. Matuska, is this your last case?
I think so, Your Honor.
Okay, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day. Jefferson County Court at Law is in session in clause numbers M 332-914, case of Solid State of Texas versus Justin Key Payne. Mr. Payne, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Payne? Okay, Mr. Payne, you represented your case by your attorney, Attorney Rife Kimler. Attorney Kimler, how are you doing?
Well, Your Honor, thank you.
And Mr. Kimler, Mr. Payne's case is on the trial docket. What is your announcement?
Ready.
State?
We're ready, Your Honor. We made an offer, and I believe that Haley spoke to her last week. I didn't, I was out on vacation. And she said that you talked to your client, or he was going to accept the offer, or if not, you withdraw. So it was $83 restitution to game exchange.
You'll do that. We're ready to pay the rest.
Okay, so we're gonna pay restitution.
Let me look at the exact amount. I think it's 83 or $82. I think it was 82. Okay, $82. Yeah.
Monday,
I think I'll try for $82.
Wednesday next week, this Wednesday, next week. You reset it to next Wednesday, Your Honor, he'll have the restitution.
Say the case is gonna be reset to Wednesday for him to pay the restitution.
This one?
Wednesday next week.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not.
May 22nd.
Okay, this case will be reset to May 22nd, 2024. Now, Mr. Payne, they'll tell you how to pay the restitution. If the restitution is paid before that date, you won't have to come to court.
I think, but it's
Okay.
82, just a second.
Well, I paid.
It's
It's
82. 82.
82, and who's it? Paid.
Hold on, let me look on that information sheet. It's not gonna be damaged, it's gonna be person.
Game exchange,
Hold on, it's gonna be a person that. hold on.
you get a postal money warrant, so it's just about a
Oh,
post
yeah,
office.
that's
and then
okay.
money warrant. And wait to fill it out, so you get it, leave it blank.
It's not-
What are you looking
Just
for?
leave it blank, $82. Okay, and we'll fill it out before.
The name, it's on.
That's all right, we'll fill it out Wednesday, you can look it up.
You sure I can?
Yeah, they'll just get it blank, they'll get a postal money order.
Okay.
Okay, Wednesday at 9, bring $82, postal money order, all right?
Hey, Mr. Kimler, she's gonna give you a reset.
Okay, just have it, please, thing.
Yeah.
PlayStation. That's the name, I guess, namely a PlayStation. That's the complainant, the value. That's 50, complainant of property. Okay, that's your last case, so you're free to go. So, Mr. Macy, you're up.
Yes, sir.
Be back at 1:30.
Can we be excused at 1:30?
Yeah, you can be excused at 1:30. We ready to go to trial at 1:30.
And your selection this afternoon, picking up the testimony Thursday morning, Your Honor?
Yes. That's what y'all, yeah. Oh. Let's see, trying to, have to get in contact with Mr. Paget. Cases, in session in two cases, cause number 23 CCCR 1020, cause number 23 CCCR 1022, both cases of Style and State of Texas versus Raven Iman January, is that correct? Okay, now, Ms. January, your attorney has not made an appearance. We've been here since about 9 this morning. I don't know if he's in another court or not. We're going to reset this case on a pretrial conference docket. Once you get your reset, you're free to go stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Okay? All right. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session. In cause number 24 CCCR 1074. Case is style of state of Texas versus Bobby Jean Lindsay Lofton. Miss Lofton, or Miss Lindsay Lofton, is that your full name?
I dropped off it a long time ago, Lindsay.
Okay, how are you doing?
Fine.
Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may put your hand down. Now, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Langston Adams. Mr. Adams, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Mr. Adams, do you waive a record in Miss Lindsay Lofton's case?
Yes, sir.
Miss Lindsay Lofton, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information is on my computer. It was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Bobby Jean Lindsay Lofton, on or about March 22nd of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of failure to identify a fugitive from justice. Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Guilty?
What do you mean, no contest?
No content.
Or you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
that's it.
I also have before me a document on this tablet. I have two documents on this tablet. First document is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes,
So you got the wrong, it's supposed to be a Class A. You got a Class B.
I'm sorry, I can fix that.
Okay. Now, the document that's on the tablet is titled, you could turn on, just erase.
Hit what, Martin?
No, you don't hit the button to erase it. Just turn it backwards. Yeah, like an eraser. Yeah,
Cool.
okay. Okay. Now, Miss Lindsay Lofton, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
yes,
Now, at the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a Class A misdemeanor. And the range of punishment for a Class A misdemeanor is confinement up to 365 days in the Jefferson County Jail, a fine that does not exceed $4,000, or you could be given both such fine and confinement. Do you understand the range of punishment in this case?
yes,
Okay. On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, BL, on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere, which means no contest. You place your initials on this document.
yes, I did.
At the top of this document, on page 3, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, it is.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes,
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes,
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Before you signed and initial these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
yes, it did.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State offer states 1 pages.
Any objections?
No.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Lindsay Lofton, your attorney, Mr. Adams, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, I am.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, I am.
And Mr. Adams, you've advised and counseled Ms. Lindsay Lofton. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Mr. Adams?
No, I'm sorry. There's no evidence that she's incompetent.
Okay, now, Lindsay Lofton, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea of no contest, the state's offering 50 days in the Jefferson County Jail with credit for 50 days if your tax and retire off.
Okay, that's Ms. Colgan. She can have a seat. Ms. Lindsay Lawson, the state is offering that you serve 50 days in Jefferson County Jail. You would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you have already served 50 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you have already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Now, Ms. Lindsay Lawson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Lindsay Lofton, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Lindsay Lofton, you can stand by the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you've finished following her directions, you can follow her. And you have a blessed day.
Appreciate you.
And Mr. Adams, you had Stephen Adams, and what happened on that on those two cases? They were felony cases.
You know,
I don't know.
No,
He
yeah.
got into him yet. He's behind, they said. That was the only one that I had that I don't have any.
Now, if the case is disposed of, we'll probably bring him back over on Thursday. If his two cases, I mean, whatever the felony case is, if it's disposed of down there, then we'll bring him back over on our jail run on Thursday.
you let me know.
Yeah, if he gets probation, he'd probably be let out. Well, he'll still be in jail on these two cases unless he bond out.
But we're not gonna know. I mean, he's
Yeah.
not here.
No,
He's in our custody.
he's in the custody. He's in one of the felony courts.
That's what I'm saying. When I went over there and asked the
Well, they
bailiff,
can bring him.
the bailiff, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I asked the bailiff.
Oh, they didn't bring him at all?
He's not here. He's not here at all. I can't talk to him. I can't look at him. He's not here.
Stephen Adams, they didn't bring Stephen Adams. Where is his felony cases? Where are his felony cases? Could we check?
Yeah, he's
Hold on a
not,
minute.
he's not next door.
Okay, let's check. Let's see if he might be in drug court. We'll find out.
Well, they telling me he's definitely not in West or Stevens. Might be somewhere else that's different.
Every day. I also just sent it.
You know, next to the jail cell where they got that little list on the wall.
Oh, he's in Judge Stevens, so they didn't bring him.
I say they didn't bring, if you go and look at
Okay.
that little thing on the wall where they put the inmate's name.
Yeah.
His name ain't on that list. What they put on the wall by the cell, where they got the people.
Is he still in custody? Does it show if he's still in?
He
Okay.
in custody. I'm saying he wasn't brought.
Okay.
Two that didn't bring.
Okay. Okay, so if we find out something, we'll let you know.
Right. He's still at the jailhouse.
Yeah, okay.
Your Honor,
Judge, it's showing.
we were just made aware that they're closing the office at 2 today.
Okay, Jefferson County Court at law number 2. has just concluded calling on the jury trial docket, pretrial conference docket, and the announcement docket. All three dockets are scheduled today. We're scheduled today at 9 a.m. We just concluded those documents. We had a jury coming at 1:30 this afternoon, just been informed that this recent inclement weather brought the DA's office will be closing at 2. And so we'll reconvene our jury trial on Thursday. So at this time, this court session is closed. Everyone, please have a blessed day. Prosecutors, you are free to go.